Hey guys, my first £1,000,000 on Takealot was probably one of the hardest things that me and my team have done. There were some really great successes and there was also some really steep learning curves. And those things that I learned, I'm about to share with you now. Hey guys, I'm Andy. I do business tips and tricks to help you grow your business. So if you're running a business, make sure to like and subscribe. So before we jump into the bulk of the video, if you are going to jump straight into selling on Takealot, have a look down below in the description. I did a whole course that I put together basically on getting started on Takealot, and it's going to help you not make the mistakes that a lot of beginner sellers make. So if you're interested, check that out. Right, getting into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about in part of that journey is I actually had another e-commerce site before I started selling on Takealot. I was already selling on WooCommerce. So if you're selling on Shopify or WooCommerce, or you have your own little Wix store, that's going to help a lot. Why I say this is you're able to learn without like this behemoth breathing down your neck, which is Takealot. You get to learn about sending customer orders on time. You get to learn about packaging, fulfillment, boxes, everything like that. You kind of get that together and you can learn sort of at your own pace. And there's that option with your own store. If you do mess up, you can just contact the customer, apologize, and just fix it. But with Takealot, you kind of just get strikes and penalties and compliance calls and this and that. So that for me was like a real lifesaver. Though it still was hard, it was a lifesaver. In conjunction with point one, if you are going to start selling like straight off the bat on Takealot, you do have to realize that the compliance team, which is the team that monitors your seller metrics and performance standards, they probably don't care about you. And I know that's difficult to understand sometimes, and you think like, whoa, I'm doing like 20,000 Rand in sales on Takealot a month, and they owe me the right to a reply to my email, and they should call me if there's a mistake. No, they not. And like, that was a real upsetting thing for us, because like we got, it gets to your head, you're getting some sales and, you're sending lots of stuff to Takealot every day. And you're like, oh, geez, I'm sure they could, I could just phone them now because I'm a big seller, but you're probably not. Unfortunately, there's sellers on there that are doing like R1,000,000 plus a month, probably more, like 5 million Rand a month plus, and just per month in sales, like massive like pallet loads of stuff going to Takealot. Those are the sellers that are going to get the priority support. I think sort of roundabout from what I know is like after you start doing about 500K a month, you get moved into like a slightly different tier. You have tiers apparently, and then you get support based on what tier you are. So if you're like if you're selling R1,000,000 Rand a month on Takealot, you're probably going to have someone that you can phone and like sort your stuff out. But a lot of the smaller guys aren't going to get that support and benefit, and yeah, it does suck. Next thing, don't get suspended. So Takealot can suspend you. I got suspended twice. The first time was pretty bad, but we did mess up quite badly. So I got suspended for a week. Probably lost like 20 grand in sales, in revenue, I estimate. So it was pretty bad, but we got over it, and we had another sales channel. Obviously the website was still going, so I wasn't too worried. The second time though, we got suspended, which I still dispute to this day. I did actually a whole video on the dark side of Takealot, which you guys can check out here or there. And basically that was, I think, 2 week suspension, and I had to like write in a letter, say I'm sorry, which I still don't agree with. But anyway, that probably cost like 70 grand in revenue. And as like, how tight it is with e-commerce and retail, like the margins are super low. You're running on like 5% net profit margin at the end of your month. So yeah, I can still see it on my metrics. There's like this big dip in like September 2 years ago, I think. And yeah, so don't get suspended. If they warn you, you're going to get suspended, take it seriously. It sucks getting suspended. It really does. And there's nothing you can do. They probably won't even reply to your email until after the suspension is complete, probably. Next up, something that you should make sure of is to select a really good Takealot preferred courier. So you have to use like specific there's specific preferred couriers for taking stuff to Takealot, so from your warehouse to the Takealot warehouse. When I started off, I was using the Courier guy, which wasn't very good for us. I mean, also, I think they were just entered onto the program. It was a bit of a kerfuffle. They didn't really know what was going on. We also didn't really know what was going on, so I kind of forgive them for that. I don't know how their service is now, but it didn't work for us. We moved to MDS Delivery, which I didn't think would be very good. But from the Facebook groups that I was in, they came with good reviews, and they have been good. They are expensive. I don't like paying so much, but the stress of losing a parcel with like 50 lead time orders, and like that's generally enough to cancel your entire, just get a suspension warning if you lose a parcel like that. So the stress of not missing a parcel, when you're sending like 5-6 parcels a day, the stress of knowing it's just going to get there, and like if there's a mistake, like we've had bottles leak and parcels get caught in the rain, and just like, and then they repack it. I don't think they officially advertise that as a service, but we work with them, they work with us, and it's just like it's a nice relationship. So I do recommend it. It helps getting a good delivery partner. Lastly, and most importantly, is the money. I don't know how to put this bluntly, but we struggled when we got started on Takealot. The flow of money is not good. You sell stuff, 3 weeks later you get paid. That's not good for a small business. Like cash flow, you pay for the stock, that's cash flow out, and then you wait 3 weeks and then it's cash flow in, and obviously it's not as always. They've taken their cuts and this and that, so it's only a little bit coming in. But that 4 week period was really scary for us, because we started going like, shit, this money's just disappearing. Obviously sales are going up, so we're happy about that, but like we're running out of money. So yeah, it forced us to move to getting stuff on credit. So we had to get stuff on credit, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever we could get. But we were also a small business. No one wanted to give us credit. So it was now going into these negotiations, give us $5,000, $6,000, just whatever any amount of money credit that you'll give us, we'll take, and we'll just prove ourselves to you. We'll pay every time every day on time, whenever you want, and hopefully then down the line it's paid off. All of our suppliers give us really decent credit. We've got really decent credit rating as a company, so that's paid off. But that was a scary thing, and you guys have to be careful, because it's on lead time. It's 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks sometimes. It depends if that order doesn't get there, or you're waiting for a parcel from another supplier or a few suppliers, and then it consolidates. You only really get paid when it's shipped to customer. So yeah, be careful for that. Overall, it's been super rewarding being a Takealot seller. I'm glad I'm through that first million. It was pretty stressful. It was pretty hard. But the next 1 million to 5 million, which I'm going to do a whole video on, was a whole lot more interesting, and I learned some cool stuff there. And yeah, make sure if you guys want to check that video out, you have to just make sure to like and subscribe. And then if you do the bell notification, you'll know as soon as that video comes out. I'm Andy. I do business tips and tricks to help you grow your business, and I hope to see you guys in another video. Peace, guys.